Hello, I'm here taking a look today at Relic and Ruin, a Mordheim campaign and roster managing tool. I'm going to walk through creating a warband and joining a campaign today. So we're in the rosters section. You can see I already have a few here. We're going to create a new warband. I'm going to call it the Powder Monkeys. 500 points, as you might guess. This is going to be a Gunnery School of Nuln warband. Commence recruitment. So we're doing Gunnery School for one reason, which is that it has a number of modified prices, and I want to show you what that looks like. So we're going to start out by recruiting a senior gunnery officer. You see that his default name is a little bit weird, so we're going to name him Fritz, because why not? We're going to give him a club, we're going to give him a buckler, and we're going to give him a handgun. And this is where you'll see those modified prices. This is what it would normally be, this is what they're getting charged. For an instructor, we'd like to have a mace, a buckler for that parry, and we're going to give him a pair of dueling pistols. My model has what's actually probably a repeater pistol, but it looks like a good stand-in for a pair of dueling pistols. For senior student, we'll call him Helmet, and senior students are really much better at melee, so he's going to get a sword and buckler, so he has those parry rerolls. You'll notice that these are grayed out now because there's only one allowed. When I recruit an underclassman, it will stay red, so I can recruit a second if I want. And we'll recruit Sigmund, who just has a halberd, and another one we'll name Heinrich, and we'll just give him a halberd. For henchmen, we're going to recruit some Sons of the Gun. They each will have there's going to be 2 of them. So we have 50 GC here. Each of them gets a club, which should increase it by 6, which it did. And we'll give each of them a shield. We'll go with shield. And then for the marksmen, we're going to do 2 marksmen in separate groups. Each one of them is going to have a mace, a shield, and we're going to start with Pigeon Bomb. You'll notice that there's no price next to Pigeon Bomb. I'm not sure why. This software is still under development, so probably it just got missed. But we're going to add a second marksman, and we're going to give him a handgun, and a mace, and a shield, and we're going to call that good. And you'll notice we have 27 gold remaining, so that should be fine. We can go in and manually add that 25 gold, or subtract that 25 gold that the pigeon bombs should have cost. We're going to finalize recruitment. Here we are, Powder Monkeys. It's got all of our stats, it's got all of our special rules, equipment. If you hover over the equipment, you get a description of what it is, how it works, any special rules involved. And there's all of our units. I'm going to go back to all rosters, and I'm going to edit the Powder Monkeys. Now, I don't normally recommend doing this. Everything should be done through the normal interface. However, those pigeon bombs were free and they should have cost 25 gold. So we're going to proceed to the manual editor, and I'm just going to reduce my gold by 25. So there we are. And we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom, commit to ledger. There we go. As I said, I don't recommend using the roster editing unless you have a real good reason. Now if I go back to all rosters, you'll see that there is a button here, printer friendly. That was not here a week or so ago. That is a brand new function. It gives us a nicely formatted, highly legible printable roster with all of the special rules correctly associated with the correct model. And we're going to go back to all rosters. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about today is joining a campaign. So I'm just going to click Campaigns. If you are trying to join a campaign, you will have been given an invite code, which will look something like this. So you'll just enter the code here. Yes, it is all in caps. That is automatic. I can't change it. And I realize that it's a little confusing because it's lowercase here and uppercase here, but that's how it goes. I'm going to click Join, and then I just need to pick my new warband. And there we go. I could click Enlist in Campaign, but I don't actually want them to join this campaign, so I'm not going to. That is everything I have to talk about today. This was a very quick video, but it was also my first, so we're just going to stop there. Thanks, and have a great day.